My birthday's coming up. It's the first week of August, which I cannot believe we're already 7 months down through the year. The first of the months are always my least favorite time, just because at my job I have to do a lot of inspections on equipment. I will say every month is kind of random because we have yearly inspections and we have biannual inspections as well. So some months randomly have more inspections than others. And then the quarter months, January, April, July, and October, they always have an extra 100 inspections. Luckily, most of the time inspections don't take all too long. So it's always for the first week of the new month. Kind of busy with inspections and doing everything else that pops up. I used to work in a assisted living place like that. It's kind of funny, they all have like the same layout. It's a very interesting job. I worked it throughout high school. I think I worked the tail end of my sophomore year and all of my junior year. And then, no. I worked for one of those places the summer of my sophomore year, all of my junior year, and graduated high school a semester early. So I worked it for the first semester of high school my senior year. But when I graduated, I moved, so I quit that job. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be a nurse. A little lore. When I was in high school, I thought I wanted to go into nursing. I will say working there didn't necessarily ruin it for me, but I just realized the line of work's not really for me. I don't think I've ever seen a UPS truck like that. Or USPS truck like that. I had to go to the BMV on Saturday because I don't ever have enough time after work during the week. So normally whenever I have to go, I'm forced to go on a Saturday. I'm glad that they are open on Saturdays, but the particular one that I went to... Why are we slowing down so much, buddy? The particular one I went to, their hours are 9 to noon, I believe. They open at 9 to noon, and so since it was a Saturday, of course I stayed up a little bit later than normal. And so I woke up at like 9:30. So I got there at like 10, and it was already an hour and 15-minute wait, which, my personal opinion, I feel like government buildings like that, and even banks, I know banks aren't necessarily government, but I think they should be 24/7 or like even 24/6, because, you know, if the average person works 9 to 5, how am I supposed to make it there without taking a day off of work? And most people, you know, they have a very finite amount of PTO or time off. I don't want to take time off just to go to the bank or the DMV. You know, I think if you're going to require us to go in and get registration, or, you know, any reason that they make you go in and you just can't do it online and they ship it to you, you guys need to have better hours. But where I was going with this is I had to get this registered. And so I went on Saturday. And it took me a whole whopping 5 minutes. I think the longest part was my signature. maybe my card transaction. But my birthday's coming up, and in Ohio, they do registration based off of your birthday month or your actual birthday. I'm not too sure. It might be your actual birthday when it expires. But so I go. Obviously, it's before my birthday. My birthday is coming up soon. She said, this will expire on your birthday and you'll have to come get a new one. And I said, can I do it for longer than just a couple of days? And she's like, oh yeah, we have a 5-year option. That'll be $360. And I said, oh, I don't want to do it that long, because I don't know if I'll have this bike in 5 years. I was like, is there a 2-year option? And she said yes. And so that's what I ended up going with. But when she told me I would have to come back in a couple of days because mine would have expired from when I purchased it on the 1st of August till my birthday. I will say, I don't know how it is other places. Utah might be weird for doing it this way and everyone else is like this, but in Utah, your registration wouldn't be tied to your birthday. It would be whenever you bought it. So like if you bought it in June, your registration would be good till next June, and so forth. I guess my point being is, if you do live in a place where they do it like Ohio, the best time to buy a vehicle that needs to be registered is a month after your birthday. That'll give you the most amount of time for your registration. Or you can just buy 2 years and be good that way, I guess. Okay, bye.